yeah, let's talk one more thing here that usually for most students is of some value to know. That is grade point average. GPA. What's your GPA? Well, yeah, the reason we mention it here is because essentially the GPA is one of these means from a frequency distribution, which, by the way, reminds me, sometimes if the mean is from a frequency distribution like we had, it's sometimes referred to as a weighted mean. It just means that each value carries a different weight. So the mean is weighted, obviously, towards the ones that occur most frequently. But anyway, a GPA is one of these so-called weighted means. Let's think about, for example, let's say we had following classes. We had Math 130, and we had Chem 160, English 110, Bio 110, and IDS 110. Had those. Would be too much for a summer term for sure, wouldn't it? Okay. All right, so we know we've got different hours, and of course we'll get different grades. This will make all A's, right? But let's say we had, of course, hours-wise, we got 3 hours of Math 130, 5 hours of Chem 160, 3 hours of English 110. There's 4 hours of Bio 110 and 1 hour of IDS 110. Yeah, that's what makes this a little more complicated because each class is worth different hours. All right, and then of course we get different grades. Let's say, of course, in Math 130 we make an A. Chem 160 we got a B, and then we got a D in English 110, and C in Bio 110, and A in IDS 110. Okay, A, just to make it a variety there. All right. Okay, well, most places nowadays are, the grades-wise, we're talking the 4-point scale, all right? Meaning the top value you could get is 4 for an A. A is 4, B is 3, etc., etc., etc. D is 2. C is 2, D is 1, F is 0. Point values for each letter grade. So off of that, yeah, we can compute our grade point average for this semester. So how do we do that? Well, like I said, it's similar to that mean from a frequency distribution. Is I want to take the total of everything and divide by the total number of values there are. But here's how it works for the GPA. What of course I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply each of the hours times, this is like the frequency distribution. I'm going to multiply each of the hours times the grade because these grades carry different weights because we have different amount of hours. The B in Chem 160 is a higher weight because it's 5 hours, right? Whereas the A in IDS 110 is only 1 hour, so the B is a higher weight. But anyway, what you do is like you do on the frequency distribution, you've got A is 4, so I'm going to multiply the 3 hours times 4. Then I'm going to do what? 5, well, B is worth 2, so I'm going to do 5 times 2. Then I'm going to take the 3 times D is worth 1, 3 times 1. 4 times C, C is 2, yeah. 4 times 2, and 1 times the last 1 times 4. With me on that? Now, the other little tricky part is, what do we divide by? Well, come to find out, we need to divide by, you know how many hours you're taking. Well, that's what you got to divide by. The bottom number here is total hours. Not how many classes you're taking, not what the grades add up to be. It's the total hours. And this is the way they have them arranged in the book. So I arrange them this way because, on the other table, I was adding up the frequency column, and it was over here. I added up these, right? But they're listing the hours here, so you're going to add these up, and that's what you divide by instead of adding these up. It's a little confusing the way they arrange it, but that's the way they did it. So I don't know how it's usually listed on a grade card there, but this is the way they did it. Okay, you with me? So I divide by the total hours, how many hours we're taking. 16 total hours. So if we add up the grades, we get 13. So you'd be dividing by the wrong thing and you add up these. Okay, so we got 12, 10, 3, 8, and 4 on the top divided by 16. What does that give me? 25, 37 divided by 16 is what I seem to be getting. Does that sound okay? Check me on that. You're right. Did that just to make sure you're watching. No, I messed that up, didn't I? Let's change that. B is 3. Thank you. B is 3, so that would change this to 3. Change that to 15. It's 42. Just checking you. All right.
Well, that helps average.
Yeah, that helps. Yeah.
That's better.
That's why you want to know these things, to check them on it. Make sure they got everything in there right. All right. 42. Is that right now? Thanks for noticing that. 27, 30, 42. So take 42 divided by 16, that's my GPA. 2.625.
That's the high B, right?
That would be, well, wouldn't be quite a B. B is 3. Yeah. Closer to a B than the lowest C. Say it that way. Yeah, it's not too bad. All right. So yeah, the GPA is you just take the sum of all the hours times the grade. And then we'll divide by the total hours. That will always be how you compute your grade point average.